In stage 1, you start falling asleep. If you are tracked with an EEG, alpha waves will be displayed as the brain waves. During stage 2, you are in light sleep. This is when hypnic jerks and hallucinations occur. Stage 4 sleep, you are in deep sleep, where duct waves are going through your brain, and bedwetting and sleepwalking and night terrors can occur. In the final stage of sleep, also known as REM or rapid eye movement, this is when people will dream or have nightmares during their sleep.
Biological rhythms are your body's periodic physiological fluctuations. They tell you when to fall asleep. Now, your circadian rhythm is your biological clock. It determines things like your temperature, your wakefulness, and your digestion. Your suprachiasmatic nucleus is a part of the hypothalamus that helps determine your circadian rhythms. It has been shown that getting enough sleep will improve your health, reduce chronic pains, and overall make you feel better. Sounds great, right? Well, a lot of us aren't able to get those 9 hours of sleep that we need. When that happens, your immune system will function less, your mood will be worse, and your concentration will be hindered. It has been reported that there is another state of consciousness in near-death experience. There have been many cases of people being declared dead, which is when your heart stops and your brain activity ceases, and then have been revived shortly after. These people claim that they have some sort of awareness and can describe events that happened in their death, which were then proved true. Also, some claim that they saw some sort of light and had some kind of mystical experience in death. Or did they? Now let's get into the sleep theories. The first one is called protection theory. It's a theory that states that we sleep to stay safe. This could be some sort of evolutionary advantage long ago because sleeping makes us make less noise. Now, the second sleep theory is recuperations. This theory states that people sleep in order to heal, repair their cells, and restock chemicals in their body. The third sleep theory is memories. This states that we sleep to process our short-term memory and decide what gets forgotten or kept in our long-term. The fourth sleep theory is creativity. This one states that we sleep in order to boost our creative problem-solving skills. The fifth sleep theory, and the final one, is growth. This one states that we sleep in order for our bodies to grow and develop.
Narcolepsy is when people randomly fall asleep. Sleep apnea is when older men are snoring and their tongues get caught in their throat, causing them to choke during deep sleep. Insomnia is when people have trouble falling asleep. Night terrors are nightmares that occur in stage 3 deep sleep. Sleepwalking is where people will walk around unconscious and do things. Sleep deprivation is when the subject hasn't gotten enough sleep and becomes cranky, fatigued, and impaired. Jet lag throws off your biological clock to make you feel like you're in a different time zone.
On the subject of dreaming, it is a visual image hallucination. When you're dreaming, you're unconscious, yet some are still able to control their dreams. This is called lucid dreaming. We do know what some interpretations of objects or themes in dreams correlate to in real life.
There are many theories about what your dreams mean, and we don't know for sure. When trying to interpret your dreams, it is important to know the difference between manifest and latent content. Manifest content is what actually happens in the dream, while latent content is the underlying meaning.
Hey, I bet you think you have control over your mind, right?
No, you don't.
Hypnosis allows for people to influence you when you are in a state where you are susceptible to suggestions on feelings, behaviors, or thoughts. Hypnotists are even able to induce post-hypnotic amnesia, which can wipe your memory of hypnotism happening at all.
Trained specialists are able to tap into your autonomic systems. They can establish post-hypnotic suggestions, which force you to do certain specified actions when a certain key is perceived. They can also make disassociation, which is a split in consciousness.
This theory states that we dream about things that we want to happen, but are unacceptable. This theory states that we dream to help us process memory. This states that dreams help develop and preserve neural pathways. In this theory, dreams are just our brain's interpretation of random neural firing. In cognitive theory, dreams show our cognitive development throughout time.
Physical dependence is when you have a physiological need for a drug, while psychological dependence is when you psychologically need to use a drug, like for relieving negative emotions.
A tolerance is something that you build up over time of using a drug. It makes it so you get used to the effects of the drug, so that you need it in higher amounts in order to have the same effect it used.
Withdrawal is a process gone through after someone stops using a drug that they were addicted to. It causes stress and discomfort.
An agonist is a chemical that mimics a neurotransmitter, while an antagonist blocks a neurotransmitter.
Depressants are a kind of drug that slows and relaxes your body functions and nervous system. Some depressants include barbiturates, alcohol, and opiates.
Stimulants is a kind of drug that speed up your body functions and your nervous system. Some examples include nicotine, cocaine, ecstasy, amphetamines, methamphetamines, and caffeine.
Hallucinogens are a type of drug that changes your perceptions and causes illusions of things that aren't really there. A few examples include LSD, PSP, psychedelic mushrooms, mescaline, and THC. You ever hear the tragedy of Darth Volkmar the Wise?
No.
I thought not. It's not a story the hypnotists would tell you. It's a spooky legend. Darth Volkmar the Wise was a dark lord of the spooky, so powerful and so wise. He could use the spoop to influence the spoop to resurrect the dead.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a